I welcome you all back to my channel. My name is Aisha. In today's video, I will be showing you how to cut and sew this 180-degree flare gown. I will be showing you the full details on how to cut it and how to sew it. Thank you all for your support. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more viewers can view it. Happy viewing. This is the material I will be using. I have 4 yards of it, and this net I have 1 yard of this net. So I'll be using this net for the upper part. As for the yoke, so this is 1 yard. I'll be cutting the lower part first. That's the flare part. Is 180-degree flare. So I'll be cutting it first before cutting the upper part. Fold your material this way. So you can just fold it this way. See, I still have some here, but I fold it twice here. So you fold it twice this way. You can see it. So this is it. Make sure everything is laid. So yes, this is it. So this is it. So you can see it. So now we'll be taking our measurements. The length I'm using is 59. I'll be adding 1 inch to it, making 60 inches because of the down aspect. And the half length I'm using from her shoulder to her under bust is 15.5. So I will be minusing 15.5 from that 59, which is her actual length. Any inches will be for the length of the flare. So you minus your half length from the full length to get your flare length. First, I'll be taking my waist measurements. Our waist measurement is 46. For us to take our measurements, you bend your taper this way. You don't straight your taper like this. No, you can see that the folding is bent also. So you bend your taper this way like this. You can see you bend it like this to take your waist measurement. So our waist measurement is 46. We divide it by 4, which will give us 11.5. We are going to add 2 inches to it. So if we should add 2 inches to 11.5, that will be 13.5. So now I'll be taking 13.5. The reason for the 2 inches is for the zip allowance and the seam allowance. So that's the reason for the 2 inches. So this is it. So from there, we'll be taking our length measurement, as in the half length of our full length. Our full length is 59 plus the 1 inch allowance that I'm adding to it for the joining, and I'm not folding it at the down aspect. I will be weaving it. So here you come here, This is 15 and a half. From there we'll be taking our length. So this is it. Our measurements all round, we minus 15 and a half from 60. So this is it. I'll be taking it all round. So this is 60 inches. So from there you can easily get the, so we have 44 and a half here. So I'll measure 44 and a half all round. So this is it. So I'll shift it. So let me show you the down aspect. So this is it. You can see it. So this is it. This is it. So now I will be cutting it out. So our 13 and a half. This is our 13 and a half. From there, so we cut it. So let me look at it. You can see it. So this is the upper part and this is the down part. So this is 180-degree flip. Now I'll be cutting the back aspect. I'll fold it into two. This is it. We'll be taking our measurements. I will be stopping here. So this is my, this will be the down aspect and this will be the shoulder aspect. So from here I'll be taking my measurements. A half length is 15 and a half I'll be adding half inch to it, making 16 inches. So I'm making use of 16 inches. So this is 16. Adding zip allowance to the back, so I'm making use of 2 inches for the zip allowance. So you measure your 2 inches. Now we'll be taking our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 17. 17 divided by 2, that will give us 8.5. So 8.5. So from here, I'll come down by 9.5. So taking my circumference measurements. Our bust is 45. 45 divided by 2. So this is 45 plus 2-inch inseam allowance. You add 2 inches to your measurement, so that's the inseam allowance. So it's 46. So this is 46. 1 inch for the darts and another 2 inches for the inseam allowance. I'll be taking 1 inch here for our shoulder slope. So this is our shoulder slope. I'm making use of 3 inches for the neck width. Our neck width 3 inches. So this is our shoulder slope. So here we have 8.5 left. So we divide our 8.5 into 2. So this is it. So this is our midpoint. So now as for the zip, we'll come to the zip allowance. At the waist, you go inward by 1 inch here. To the bust. So this is our bust line. You slant it to meet the bust. So this is it. You slant it to meet the bust here. So now we'll be adding that 1 inch back. So you come to your waistline, you add that 1 inch back. So I will be adding that 1 inch back to it. So this is the 1 inch. So now this is our shape. The armhole, you shape your armhole. So I'll be shaping my armhole. So this is it. You can see. And as for the neck, I'll be coming down. I'm using 3 inches for the width and 1 inch for the depth. So this is it. So you shape it this way. You shape it to the zip allowance also. You can see it. So this is the neck. So now I'll be cutting it out. 1 inch the zip allowance for the back length. So now you measure your 2 inch here first. So this is our 2 inches, you can see. After then, we'll be taking our darts. So I'm making use of 4.5 for our darts. So from here, after the 2 inches, so you take your darts. So this is our dart. I'm using 4.5 for our dart, so I will notch it. That's all about the back aspect. So now I'll be cutting the front aspect. In the upper part of the front, so this is the net that I'll be using for the yoke. So I'll be cutting the yoke first. I fold it this way first, and I'm using this same net to turn it. So I'll be cutting 2 of this yoke because I'll be using it to turn it. So let me cut the 2 together. So you fold it this way, you can see. You fold it this way. So this is it. Inches for the yoke plus ½ inch for the joining. So this is it. So now this is the back aspects. So I'll use the back to cut it. So you fold the zip allowance. So you can see I fold the zip allowance to the back. So I'll lay it on it this way. This is it. So now we've measured our 7 inches. This is our 7 inches plus the ½ inch plus the ½ inch. So now I'll be cutting it. Inches for the depth. So this is 4 inches. So this is it. So this round neck. So this is it. So now this is our yoke. So I've cut the 2. I'll be using it to turn it. So this is it. Bust part of the upper part. So this is our starting point. So this is it. So from here we'll be taking, our half length is 15.5, and we have removed 7 from 15.5. So this is it. So I will be adding 1 inch. I'll be joining it to the yoke, and I will also be joining it to the flare. So that means I will be adding half inch. So ½ inch plus ½ inch, making 1 inch. So I will be adding 1 inch to my 15.5. So if I should remove 7 from 15.5, this is 7. So I'll come here. So making 16.5. So now I'll be using 16.5 for my half length for the. So this is it. So now this is our back aspect. we are still going to make use of our back. So this is our back aspect here. So you fold your zip allowance, you fold it this way, and we are going to lay it on it this way. So I will remove my 7 inches. So this is my 7 inches for the yoke. So that's where, so you can see, so you start from here because this is where your 7 inches stopped. If you measure it from here, so you can see this is 7 inches. So you start from here. So this is it. I had the 1 inch that I removed from the zip allowance, so I had it back to it, but at the front aspect. So I will be removing that 1 inch here. So this is the 1 inch. So this is the 1 inch. You can see this is it. Let me take the measurement like this is it. So this is the 1 inch that we add to it. So this is it. So we'll be removing it from the front parts. At 4.5. So you come from the center point to here. So this is our dart. I'm making use of normal darts. So this is it. So this is our dart. So at the, you can see this is the front part, this is the yoke, and this is the one at the down part of it. So you lay the 1/2 inch should lay on each other this way. You can see this is it. So we've laid it together this way. So we look for our midpoint of 8.5. So this is 8.5, you can see. So the midpoint is here. So we go in by 1 inch. You know, we use the back aspect to cut it. So now in by 1 inch. So from here you can see. So I'll be going in by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So this is it. So I'll be cutting it out. Front part, this is the yoke, and this is the one at the down aspect. So to use same depth for the front and the back. So this is the back. So this is it. So I decide to use at the front. So I'm making use of 4 inches at the back also. So round neck. You can see this is it. You cut it same shape. You can see. the down aspect, you minus some inches from it, so that it won't be showing at the down aspect. So you minus like maybe 8 inches or 5 inches. It depends on how you want it. So this is the flip, and this is the back. So I've cut the back lining also, so you can see this is it. So I have it in 4 pieces, so you can see. So this is it. This is the back aspect. So one on the main fabric, and I will use the other one to turn it. So that's the reason for the 4 pieces. So you can see I have 2 pieces of the lining, you can see it. So I will place one on the main fabric and I will use the other one to turn it. So that's the reason for into 4. You can see it. I'm cutting out the 2 sleeves together. So this is it. The length I'm using for the sleeve is 18 inches, and the sleeve I'll be making use of this for the upper part and the second part of the sleeve, because the sleeve will have band in between the upper part and the neck. So I will use this for the 18 inches because I will be joining it at the down aspect and at the upper part. So down by 1.5. So this is our 1.5. From there you curve it to give it curved head. So this is it. So and at the lower part here it will have gathers. So I'm making use of, I'll just slant it a bit here, you can see. So it's here twice here. I'll be cutting the 2 sleeve together. It's 18 inches. We remove 12 from 18 inches, remaining 6 inches. So now I will be making use of 4.5 here. The actual length I'm using 4 inches. I'll be adding ½ inch to it, making 4.5. So now I'll be cutting 4.5 inch here. You fold it. So this is our 4.5. So now I'll you can see this is it. So now I will be cutting out the 2 inches band. So I'm cutting the 2 bands together. This is it. So I'm using 2 inches, you can see. So we have 2 and some inches here. So I'm using 2 inches for the band, but I'll be adding ½ inch to it because of the joining. So this is it. So now I'll be cutting it out. Showing you the sewing aspect. I'll be showing you the sewing aspect. So this is the yoke. I'll be turning the yoke at the neck first. Place it this way. That's now. yoke. So this is it at the front part. So I'm using one of the lining. I will place one of the lining at the back of this lace. So you can see you place one of the lining at the back. This is the second lining. I'll be using this to turn it, but let me place this at the back first. So you come here, you make use of your pin to hold it, because you know this is lace net and it's drawing, so I will advise you use your pin to hold it so that it won't fall at one part, as in this upper part. You can see the way you fold it. You look for the midpoint and you notch it at the center this way. You pick your yoke also. You fold your yoke too this way. You notch it at the center. So this is our center. So now I'll be placing the yoke. So place it. You can see. You can use your pin to hold it. So now we use our other line to turn it here. You place your second line here this way. So we use it to turn it to the back. So, you come here, you can see stitch it. So you top stitch it. So this side will be on the lining. You can see how neat it is. So at the back, so you come to this side here. We'll be using our lining to turn it. So you can see, so you fold it this way back. You can see it's, you fold it to the back, you use your lining to turn it and sew it at the side. You can see it. So now I'll be giving it a nice press. So let me think. So I'll be placing sewing on it. Okay. For our dart, so this is it, and this is the second one here. So we'll be placing our dart there. You fold your fabric this way, you fold it this way, so you can see you fold it this way. So this is where we notch for our dart. You fold it this way and you come here that. So you measure 4 inches. So this is our 4 inches. So this is our 4 inches. So from here we'll be taking our dart, you can see, with ½ inch here. You can see this is it. You can see our dart. So same thing applies to the second side. So that's all about this front. So I will be so with the lining also. So 3 So I will come here. So turn it to the right side. You use the sharp side of your, so you fold it this way. So now we'll be taking 5.5 for our dart. You start your measurement from here, 5.5 for our dart. So this is 5.5. So from there, this is our dart. You can see it. So same thing. Now I'll be giving it a nice press. One of the flame now, I will be using it for the back aspect. Let me sew the basque. We cut it at the down, so I will need to fold the lining at the down aspect first. So let me fold the lining at the, so this is it. Same thing applies to the second part. Right first. So I'll be using the lining to turn it at the side. Your lining on the front aspect. So from there, so you turn it this way. So this is the right side. So I will place sewing at the upper part A. I'll be giving it a nice press. Same thing applies to the other side. This is the back flea. So this is it. I've ironed it. You can see this is the size. You can see. Make it equal. Come here. You measure 4 inches from this 4 inches here. So I'll go in by 1 inch. So you can see I'll go in by 1 inch. So this is it. You can see this is it. So from there you can just bring it down as you are sewing that. See it at the front here, you can see. So this is it. So you place it back this way. I just want you to see the front aspect. So now you come here, so you slit it. So I will need to weave this side when I'm weaving the down aspect, I'll just use my weaving machine to weave this side for the neatness. So now I'll be joining the back aspect here. So when you make use of your waist measurement and without this, so you won't be able to wear the dress. So that's why we need to slit it here, so that our zip, we will fix our zip to this point so that it will be easier for you to put it on. 2 inches zip allowance, but we have already folded it in here, so we will minus. So this is where our 2 inches starts from, you can see. So I will just use chalk so you can see it. So this is it. So now I'll be starting my to match with the flay allowance that we use here. So you measure your 1 inch back, you measure your 1 inch back like this. So now we'll be starting our sewing from this point, you can see from here. So pick it, you place it this way, so you can see from here you start your sewing from there. So this is it. Fold it this way and notch it at the center. So I've already done that, you can see. So I've notched it at the center. So you come to the, this is the upper part of the front part. So you come here, you fold this also, you fold it this way, you notch it at the center here also. So now we'll be joining the flay and the upper part together. So let me do that. So make sure at the center. So you can just use your pin at the center. So this is it. Say it. So I've joined the lining and the flay together. This is it. So pick it this way, you can see. So this is it. You turn it to the back like this with the lining. So that point, you fold it this way and look for the center point. So this is the center point. This is it. And the upper part of the sleeve also, we pick one, we look for the center point at the edges here. We look for the center point here. So we notch it. Add your pleat to it. So I'll be adding my pleats. So here. I'll look for the midpoint. I will notch it. So this is the midpoint. And gathers form. So, and this is the midpoint of our net. So come here. So place it this way. So this is it. That's it. Same thing applies to the second sleeve. So now I'll be placing it on the body of the dress. Place the right side facing the right side. You place it at the shoulder here. Sleeve. So this is it. So now I'll be holding it with our circumference measurement at the side. But before then, because I've not had zip to the back, so you come to your back here. So I need to hold the back with office pin, you can see. So I hold it with office pin with the zip allowance that I'm making use of. I'm making use of 2 inches, but you know we've used some inches to sew it here. So we are going to add that inches to, we are going to our zip allowance. So you can see, so this is 2. So you can see what the inches that I'm using for the remaining zip allowance. So this is it. So that's why I'm making use of that's why I'm making use of stitching it at the side. So now I'll be taking my circumference measurements. So just make sure everything is equal. So you can hold it with your office pin also. So 5.5. I'll bend my So I'll be fixing the zip at the back. So I'll be adding my zip to the back and I'll whip it down. So after then I'll be kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.